Sometimes there are just circumstances that warrant an emergency podcast, even without my podcast partner. This is one of those moments.
Locked On Bama, your daily podcast on the Alabama Crimson Tide. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey again, everybody, and welcome back into Locked On Bama. Luke Robinson, that's me. Jimmy Stein, well, that would be him, but I can't get in touch with him. Got too much to discuss. Can't wait for tomorrow. As you can probably see in the reflection, I got the SEC title game going on in front of me behind you. And just got a lot to talk about because we needed a lot of things to happen for Alabama to be eligible for this playoff spot, right? All those things have happened for the most part. Now, I think it would help Alabama if LSU won. I think it would help Alabama. I don't think it matters about Michigan and Purdue. I should probably just take that out. If Purdue wins, I guess that's good. But I think if LSU wins, that's good because it'll give Alabama strength of schedule, more credibility. It'll move Michigan to the 1 spot. And therefore, if we get in and we're the 4, we play Michigan instead of Georgia, and Georgia plays Ohio State. So that's really cool. The other thing that dawned on me, everybody's talking about the loss to either LSU or Tennessee, either one of them that was so close, and they were just painfully close. But I think Alabama's in a better spot now than they would be if they had to play Georgia in the SEC title game. Because now, if we play Georgia today, and I mean, Georgia would be a favorite against us. I think everybody's cool with that as LSU just makes a big first down. I think everybody understands that. Georgia would be a favorite against us. They're probably better than we are this year. Now, it doesn't mean we can't beat them. We can beat them. But I think Georgia overall has been better than us this year. So by not playing them, if we had played them and lost, there's no way we get in. TCU would obviously get in even with their loss today. But as things stand, because TCU lost and everybody's sort of looking at it like, everybody knows Alabama's better than TCU. That's not even in question. I don't think even TCU fans would doubt that for the most part. It gives everybody something to talk about. So it actually worked out a little better. I hate to even say that out loud because if the committee were to hear that, they'd probably be like, yeah, he's got a point. So we should probably let TCU in. I think if the committee is going to do this by the best 4 teams, Alabama gets in. I don't even know that Alabama's not even more deserving than TCU. TCU is just not that good. I mean, you watch them play. They're not that good. I'll tell you what, I would love to have some of their receivers. Otherwise, I don't know a player that I would swap. I mean, you're not swapping Bryce Young for Max Duggan. You're not taking any of their running backs over any of our running backs. Not swapping offensive lines, not swapping defensive line or linebackers, any of that. So not swapping field goal kickers. Anyway, I just think that's just interesting to me that we may have a better shot at the playoff by not playing today versus if we were in the SEC title game. But having said that, LSU is doing pretty well against Georgia right now, so maybe we would have beaten them on that Saturday. And I know most of us would probably prefer to go ahead and play for the SEC title anyway, because that still means something. So let me say one other thing. I tweeted this out. If you really have it, first of all, if you're on the fence about this, there's some people who are like, TCU deserves it no matter what. In fact, Barrett Sallee and some others has said Tennessee deserves it over Alabama. I think clearly Tennessee beat us head-to-head. But I would also say Tennessee without Hendon Hooker is not Tennessee. And I think that should be taken into account. It's not like they lost an interior lineman. They lost their quarterback. It's a big difference. Their all-star quarterback. Then if you want to talk about Alabama and TCU, if you're on the fence, who do you think would win between the two? As Georgia now apparently has blocked the kick and is returning it all the way. I don't know if it's going to count because I got the mute on. But if Alabama and TCU were to play, who do you think wins? If you had the choice, would you rather see Max Duggan play or would you rather see Bryce Young play? And I think those things need to be taken into account. When you're talking about something that's this close, there's a razor thin margin here. And I feel like the benefit of the doubt, I guess you could go either way with this thing. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna I'm gonna take it as Alabama, the Alabama side, but there'll be some people that want to take the other side too. I understand that. All right. I want to tell everybody about Bet Online. BetOnline.net is the place you want to go to get that bet in. It is just an awesome website. You need to go check them out. It's where the game starts. You can bet on baseball, basketball, football, whatever you want, golf, MMA. They've got it all. College, pro. They got it all at betonline.net. It's the absolute best. Go check them out. You will love it. It is a great, great, easy to navigate website, easy to deposit, easy to get money out. Both ways, Georgia does take a 7-0 lead on a block field goal. Unbelievable. But regardless, Bet Online. Maybe you bet on Georgia to score on special teams. You could have won money with betonline.net. Okay, now want to give a report from the Super 7. Sorry, I've been having sickness, so that's why we hadn't had podcast last couple of days. I've been at the Super 7 in Jordan-Hare, calling a couple of games for the AHSAA radio network, and also just taking in some games, doing some sideline reporting and stuff like that. First of all, some unbelievable performances. KJ Jackson from St. James, left-handed kid that is man, his second half was just unbelievable. He was bottled up in the first half. And then in the second half, he had 5 touchdowns. He just started slinging it everywhere. And really, really good player. Very, very impressed with him. And I thought that, he's only a junior. By the way, we've been raving about Alabama's senior class, the 2023 class. Jimmy and I have, and 24/7 and On 3 and Rivals. They're all raving about the 2023 class, maybe the best class in Alabama history. Doesn't mean there's going to be any fall off, because lots and lots and lots of juniors and sophomores, and even an 8th grader, Trenton Seaborn for Thompson, who I'll talk about now. MVP, 5 touchdowns. You all have heard it by now. He's been on national news. But he's not Tua's cousin. He's not Tua's cousin. I repeat, he's not Tua's cousin. There's no relation at all. Good friends, close enough to be family, not related. So I keep seeing that. I had heard the same thing. That has been triple confirmed that they are not related. So don't think that anymore. But I do believe he's an Alabama kid. At least I hope he is, but there's a long way between now and when he will. I don't even know what class that is, 2027, 2028. I mean, who knows if I'll be here. So I don't want to speculate too much on that, but I do want to give a shout out to him because he was unbelievable. I thought Tony Mitchell played well. I thought Peter Woods played well for Thompson. They just overmatched Auburn in the end. This Thompson team is really good. I know they had some losses this year. Doesn't matter. They're just good. Then I'll just go to Ryan Williams. I'll go right there. So anyway, Ryan Williams is just ridiculous. He's a sophomore that is committed to Alabama. He is unbelievable. I was on the field watching him. His speed is, you can feel the breeze when he passes by you. A lot of you probably watched it. The games were on PBS, highlights all over YouTube. I implore you to go check them out. I know some people probably doubt, a sophomore can be that good. He does not play like a sophomore at all. Nothing about him says sophomore. He is so much better than that. I have no idea if this will happen. I'm all for his graduating early somehow, some way, and trying to get to Alabama ASAP. His dad is a former Auburn player, so I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to flip. I think he's very pro Alabama, but the timing's kind of weird. This is what worries me, that by the time he actually signs, if he doesn't graduate early, and that's just a rumor by me, by the time he signs, he will, Hugh Freeze will have been here for 3 years in theory, and will have established himself as a recruiter, and Nick Saban will be 3 years older and maybe on his way out. Who knows? I'm not saying he will be. I'm just saying Saban will be what, 73, 74? So there will be some ammunition to recruit against him. But yeah, I'd highly recommend you go check out Ryan Williams highlights. All right, that's going to do it for this abbreviated podcast. Just wanted to put something together because very exciting. Wanted to have something before the selection show tomorrow. Jimmy and I will do a podcast after that. Good luck to the Tide tonight in basketball. Hey, ladies did a great job making the Final Four in soccer. So a lot of positive things happen at the capstone, and appreciate you guys listening. Appreciate your patience with us for not having a couple of podcasts towards the end of the week. Until next time, everybody, roll Tide.